I'm going to have a chat about potassium permanganate and what you can do with it in the wilderness. I'll be covering water purification, making water antiseptic for cuts and grazes, and making water antifungal. And also I'm going to be covering fire lighting with sugar mixed in, and I'll have a go with honey as well, though honey isn't very good. It's too liquidy and it doesn't light very easily. You could do it with a lighter, but if you've got a lighter, there's no point in doing it really. You're better off having a lighter and a candle. And also making fire with glycerine mixed in as well. So let's have a look. Okay, water purification. What you'll need is nice clear water like this, and if there's any sediment in it, you've got to filter it really, otherwise it won't work as good. So nice 1 litre bottle of clear water like that, and then all you need is one or two little crystals like that on the end of the knife there. I don't know whether you can see, it's absolutely tiny, so I'll sort of try and make it big. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's 2 tiny little crystals on the end of the knife. So I'm gonna pop that in the water bottle. Right, I think I need 2 hands. See if I can do this. There you go. Try not to drop them. Okay, it's in. Now they'll take about 5 minutes or so to dissolve actually. Don't know whether you can see it, it's all dissolving. So I can pick it up and it's on its way. It's difficult to see really. There you go. I'm just going to shake that up, and I'll come back to you. Okay, there we go. The crystals have dissolved. It takes a while, about 10 minutes actually. It took about, I didn't time it properly, but it seemed quite a while. I had to keep shaking the bottle, but that's what it should look like. And that's I don't know whether you can see, it's a very, very faint pink. It's not clear, it's very faint. Now you got to remember this potassium permanganate. It's a nasty chemical really, and you don't want to be getting it wrong when it comes to purifying water, and then you're going to drink it. So so you got to get that right. And by the way, the crystals I showed you before when they went into the water was too strong a solution. The crystals seemed to be quite big, so I had to put half that in. I had to pour it out, redo it, and put a smaller amount in. So what you've seen me put in, just half that. The crystals have got to be so tiny, two little tiny ones or one tiny one. You've got to be careful. You've got to get this right. And if you do get an irritation in the stomach and throat, then you got to seek medical help if you get it wrong. I mean, we're no pharmacies, or I'm no pharmacy and expert, and people can get this wrong, so you've got to be really careful. So yeah, if you get an irritant in your throat or stomach, you got to seek medical attention straight away. And if you're in the middle of nowhere, you better drink lots and lots and loads and loads and loads of water to dilute the poison. So yeah, and try and get yourself back to civilization straight away. So that's purifying water with potassium permanganate. Next up is this one here, which is a solution which is antiseptic. And what you do is, well, it's simple really. You just put your, say you've got a cut on your hand and you want to make it antiseptic, just put your finger in, put your hand in, I suppose. But if it's on a flat part of your body, I suppose you've got to get a bit of cotton wool or cloth, clean cloth, and dip it in and put it on your body, and to make it it doesn't go septic. So that's antiseptic solution. Next up is antifungal, very dark purple, as you can see. Same again, put the fungal infection in the water and leave it there for quite a while. So I'm no medical expert, so just leave it there as long as you can. So it's just basic wilderness stuff, this. I'm no expert really. It's just for the wild camper, just information for the wild camper type and the bushcraft survival type. But yeah, and it's easy to remember. Just remember that is pink, not purple. Right, it's got to be pink. But these two, purple, easy to remember, light purple, dark purple, and that's it. So yeah, that's it for that one. Okay, potassium permanganate and sugar, reference fire lighting. Put a bit of sugar with potassium permanganate and mix it up a bit. Now you can crush it and get it lit like that. It takes a while. You're better off using a flat piece of wood really that's bigger. But if you've made the effort to pack a rucksack and put flint and potassium permanganate in, then you've definitely got a flint and steel or lighter. So let's give it a go, see if it goes. There you go, that'll get your fire going, I should imagine. So that's potassium permanganate and sugar. Okay, I'm going to try a bit of honey this time. I don't think it'll work, to be honest with you. I'll give it a go. I actually did light it once in the garage with a flint and steel. But I'm not going to put too much, that's enough, because it's too liquidy. It won't go up. So let's get a little stick somewhere. There it is. Just to mix it in. I'll give it a go. I did do it once, like I said, but it's a bit difficult because it's a bit liquidy sort of. But there you go. You can do it with a match, but I don't see the point really. If you're gonna say a match, a lighter, I should say. But it'll take a lot of fuel with the lighter as well. It's just too liquidy. So, but I'll give it a go. Why not? Show you the ins and outs of it. Nearly there. It's trying to, but it just goes out because it's just a damp liquid, really. So Ooh, trying to, nearly. Go on, oh, go on. You nearly had it. There you go. I never thought I'd like that actually. Very difficult. It's difficult with the honey. But yeah, there you go. It's on its way. But like I said, it's a more of a liquid form, so it's very difficult to light liquid. It's the same with pine sap. You can light dried powdered pine sap, but not wet with a flint and steel. So there you go. It sort of went, but it's more difficult with the honey. Okay, next up the glycerine, which is I've got antifreeze here, and there's glycerine in antifreeze. So if you was in the wilderness and you had a vehicle and you did long distances, oh heck, I made a mess of that. There you go. I'll leave it at that for now. Yeah, you could get maybe some antifreeze out of your radiator if you had some of this, and you could make a fire. This takes a little bit time to react, so give it a little while. Okay, it's on its way. I thought I put too much glycerine in. It's gone really watery. It's trying to react. Go on, come on. It's trying. Maybe I put a little bit too much glycerine in and it's too damp. I don't know. He's trying. Ooh. Come on, you. Oh. Yes. Okay, I thought I put a little bit too much in because it's went all very watery and stuff, but it worked in the end. So there you go. That's your glycerine. Well, the glycerine's in the antifreeze, so you could. I mean, if you stuck with making a fire and you add potassium permanganate and a vehicle, you can siphon a tiny bit off, you know, and try doing it that way by mixing it and getting your tinder ready and kindling, and then put it on as soon as it starts going. So there you go. That's potassium permanganate and glycerine, or antifreeze actually. Okay, that's that. So there's your uses for potassium permanganate in the wilderness. If you was a bushcrafter, a survivalist, or a wild camper. Right, personally, I wouldn't use this stuff. It's a nasty chemical, and you get it on your clothes and it'll stain your clothes, and you get it wrong on a water purification, you could poison yourself. I mean, if someone put 1 drop of bleach in a litre of water, Would you drink it? Probably no, unless you was desperate, unless then you would. So that's what I'm trying to get at. You know, if you don't need to use this, then don't bother. I mean, the people that use this sort of thing is, apart from its original proper use, is people who stay out in the wilderness a long time. You know, I don't know what that type is. I don't know whether you like, I don't know, in the middle of nowhere in America somewhere, or Australia, or I don't know, or maybe you're homeless, or you think you're going to be homeless and you're going to live in the woods. That would be okay, because you only need tiny 1 or 2 crystals to purify your water. And that container, let's have a look. Oh, I've got an empty one here. That, something like that, probably lasts about 6 months, maybe a year. Who knows? I've never tested it, but it lasts a long time, and that's the idea. And also, special forces, I suppose, they may use it. That's where I learned it actually originally, is when I was in the survival school, because the guy who run it was ex-special forces and the Green Army as well. So yeah, so I learned it there years ago. So personally I wouldn't use it, because I don't have to. I'd just use something another method, like water purification tablets and a filter, you know. But anyway, apart from that, that's how you use potassium permanganate, and that's it really. So thanks for watching. See you again, hopefully, and cheers. Bye.